welcome to Quackalope. Today we are bringing you a gameplay of The Lab from Flyos. And this publisher has produced one of my favorite narrative games thus far, Vampire the Masquerade Chapters, and I can't wait for it to come in. And in the meantime, they have sent us a lovely prototype called The Lab, which actually, for someone who's a nurse and in the medical field, this game was cracking me up the entire time. How realistic it is, and the text on the cards.
Can we just say lovely little game? If you say things like lovely little game when you're literally looking at this box and there's like scabies and random like mosquito-borne illnesses and viruses all over the place. This is not a lovely, pretty, beautiful game. This is a like disturbingly make you kind of sick but also really funny game.
The objective of the game is we are playing as asymmetric characters or roles in this game. We're going to be playing two-handed because we only have two people in the studio today, and we will have asymmetric powers and abilities, but our goal is to get 10 cures. We are going to be fighting infections. Every single round, every single player is going to have a chance to fight an infection and gain cure points using the treatment cards from their hand. These treatment cards are very variable. Some of them are just an immune system card, there's some bad medicine, there's some vaccines, there's medications, and then every single infection in this deck is, I don't think I've seen a duplicate in here thus far.
I don't either.
Every single infection.
So many cards.
Yeah, there's so many infections. It's really quite disturbing. They're all unique. Like there's swine flu, there's influenza, there's like whooping cough, there's tuberculosis. There's stuff that you only get in the hospital, and they're all accurate. There's like 7 different types of microorganisms. There's the plague in there as well. There's aggravating factors. And so we're going to be compiling Patient 0 is going to be drawing 4 infection cards from the infection deck. They're going to choose one to fight and pass it along to the next player. We set this up in order so that West and I can't rig it for the next player. And so we're going to pass the deck along, and then the next role is going to choose a card to fight, and so on and so forth. You are allowed to ask for help to help fight your infection, but you have to be mindful that you're not drawing up cards until the end of the round, and if you can't fight your own infection, you will take an infection point. If you get to 4,
you could die.
The role might pass away, and therefore all the characters have a blood transfusion token to give. If you so would like to revive another character in the game and give them, you would get 2 cure points for helping them out.
So the game can end potentially if someone dies, or you get the 10 points, right?
Or you get the 10 points. What's fun? The game doesn't end if they die. What's funny, you keep going. It's player elimination, and the first player who dies actually will be making the infection deck and can take out the easiest cards to help make it harder for the other players.
Fabulous.
There's a little ghost in the game if no one wants to help them. It's all voluntary, the help you give.
I love it.
Have I left anything out?
No, I think it's going to be fantastic.
Bad luck cards when the plagues are drawn, but let's get started.
Let's get started.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and so I'm playing as my nurse. My nurse is patient 0. Oh, let's go through the asymmetric powers and abilities. So the nurse, when you draw bad luck cards, you get to take 2 and keep 1 of your choice. That's its helpful ability. Its disadvantage is if you have an additional complication when you draw 2 aggravating factor cards during your turn, and you ignore the second card's effect.
Right. I am choosing to play as a microbiologist, which is clearly someone who doesn't like touching anything or any other one. They just stare at a microscope all day long and live in an orange suit. So she cannot be infected by other players because she's got her PFEs.
N95?
Yes, her 95s all over. She's good. And she is +1 complication if she ever tries to help another player because she's really bad at it. So it actually hurts her to help other players.
Oh, she's off lonesome. Yep. And then I'm playing as the doctor. Bacteria have a -1 virulence when affecting you. So all the infections are going to have a virulence strength that you're trying to beat. Bacteria is actually easier for the doctor to beat. However, helminths and protozoa have a +2 virulence when affecting you.
And then I also have this chemist here because, again, I'm going with a theme of don't touch patients, stay away from them as far as you possibly can. So here, medication cards are also effective against all types of medication, types of microorganisms. So any medication, regardless of whether or not it is for viruses or anything else, it will work as long as it's a medication. And then this says you cannot use medication cards to help other players because why would I ever try to use medications to help anyone other than myself?
And I promise you we shuffle this deck, but you're going to see why this first hand of cards is hilarious.
All right,
so
sounds
I
good.
am taking this aggravating factor card for my nurse, and I'm passing the deck along to the chemist. Now once you see it, we've been playing, then it's kind of open information because we've both seen the deck. So now I have to go through the infection deck and draw. So that's the bad problem. +1 complication if you draw 2 aggravating factor cards. This is giving me a 3rd complication. So it's 1 complication, 2 complications, and 3, which means I already have an infection point. And now I have to draw until I come across a microorganism. Now, I will be fighting a 3 bacterium.
Play these down here so that people can see what you're doing. There we go.
Alright, so I'm going to be fighting a 3 bacterium abscess. It is susceptible to medicine. Should I have medicine in my... Yeah, that would be wonderful if I had medicine. However, I do not. Therefore, I'm going to play this immune system alarm. I'm going to play the reinforcement, doubles the effect of the immune system card, so that's 2. And then I am going to add a patrol to that for 3. And if you see the targets the microorganism, that symbol. Alright, and now I get 2 cure points because there was an aggravating factor. Now I'm going to let you look at that infection deck. Let's see why I groaned.
Let's see why she groaned. Oh my gosh. They're all aggravating factors or the plague.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. As soon as I pulled that up, I was like, which aggravating factor would I like?
Wow. +2 virulence. Man. Okay, I'm going to take this aggravating factor. We'll see what happens with that. So here's my aggravating factor, +2 virulence on whatever it is. So I'm going to draw a card, and it is polymyelitis.
Polymyelitis.
That's what I said. Yep. And so now it's going to be a 6 instead of a 4.
And adjacent players are infected.
Fabulous. So
You're fighting with your chemist?
the doctor.
Who are you going with?
Yeah, it's the chemist.
The chemist. So
the doctor is
the
infected.
doctor and the nurse.
So both of your characters are infected as well.
This might be a very short game.
This might actually kill both of us. Yeah. So it's a virus. So I've got to look for virus cards. Okay.
I don't have the aggravating factor. Your chemist has the aggravating factor. I just have to deal with the virus.
Do you think this immunotherapy is a 3?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that's 5 for me, right?
Yeah.
So I need some help. Can anybody help me?
What did you put down?
I just need 1 more.
No, that my reinforcement can't help. I mean, I'm gonna need help so my nurse doesn't die.
I'm sure I can help your nurse at some point.
No, you can't. Who doesn't like to help? One of your doesn't like to help.
Yes, my microbiologist is not a big fan of helping, but it doesn't mean she can't help. I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm curing. This is from the doctor. The doctor has 2 sniper cells.
Oh, here we go. She's gonna help me clear, so that way at least mine is cleared up. So the
Right.
chemist is good. So she got a cure, and we've got a cure here also for the microbiologist.
Oh, wonderful. All right.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 here for the chemist.
Okay. So your chemist
not the chemist. I'm not playing the chemist. This
Your
is from
nurse.
the doctor. The doctor.
The doctor. Okay,
The
so the
doctor who's
doctor's healed.
infected is curing with 2 and 2.
Okay.
And
So
now.
they get 1. Okay.
Yep, they get 1. Remember, you get 2 because you had the aggravating factor.
Oh, yep. Sorry. Thank you.
And then my nurse. My nurse is going to play down this card, alarm. This is going to double the value of the alarm. And the doctor is going to donate this for 2. And that'll total 4. Appreciate it. The nurse goes up 1.
Oh my goodness! Your nurse just magically got a super infection.
Forces a player to draw and fight a microorganism card from the infection deck. You want to start this battle?
I'm just saying, it happened. I don't know what happened. It was a super infection.
4.
So trichinosis.
Trichinosis. Can't fight it. It's a helminth. I have no cards. We're getting an infection. Okay?
Man, that must be rough.
Yeah, that
Those
must
super
be
infections. Wow.
All
All
right,
right, what's your doctor doing?
doctor.
Doctor, what are you doing, doctor? Doctor? Do you
Yeah.
agree, doctor? Do you concur? What movie is that from? That's from the one with
I should
Leonardo
have taken the bad
DiCaprio.
luck card for the nurse, honestly. Because
Yeah, your nurse has bad luck. Straight up worse luck. because it's probably gonna die.
We're taking the plague.
Okay.
+1 complication. Take 1 complication. Take 1 bad luck card. Take 1 bad luck card. Oh, shucks. Each adjacent player loses that many cure points. Darn. No one loses any cure points. Sandwiched in between your 2 characters. And
Yeah,
I was hoping to
that
kill
is
you.
probably good.
Okay, go. You have a complication.
All right, here we go. So, we're dealing with blocks, vaccines, and immune systems, all kinds of
B-cells,
fun
alarms,
things.
and snipers, and it's +1 complication.
A 6. Dang. All right, so +1 complication. All right, a 6. Let's see, what can she do?
I think I should actually only have. This is the aggravating factors always give you a complication.
But you had it was a 2 complication.
Right, but I took this up to 3 for some reason. I have 1 from here and 1 from here.
But your aggravating factor was a 2.
Did it have 2 on it?
Yeah, that's why it was.
Okay.
Pretty sure. I mean, you can go look if you want.
Yeah, I'm checking.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here's 5, and all of these work for viruses.
It was just 1.
Okay. So that's 5 points. But blocks, B-cells, alarms, and snipers. So that none of that works, as a matter of fact.
None of that works.
Not a single thing. So unfortunately,
You're a microbiologist.
it's gonna get an infection right out of the gate. Man, that's a rough virus.
Oh wait, some bad medicine. Asymptomatic carrier. Infect 1 player of your choice. I'm infecting your chemist.
Okie dokie. Let's see what happens.
Oh no, it's the same infection.
Oh, it's the same infection?
That infection, yes.
Never
it is.
mind. Okay, so she's just gonna take that too, because there's absolutely no way she's gonna make that happen.
All right.
Oh my gosh, an asymptomatic factor, does this magically happen?
What are you infecting?
Your nurse.
My nurse? What is it? It was this?
It was the 6. It should be a 6.
The
Yeah.
6 virus?
Yep.
Alright. Nurse is taking an infection.
All right.
Wow. We're vicious.
We are vicious.
Okay, now draw up treatment cards.
Okay, now you can technically at this point discard other cards as well.
If you happen to have any in your hand,
So I'm gonna discard 2 cards so that I can potentially get some extra stuff.
in case we didn't mention, this game plays from 3 to 6 players. And so that's why we're two-handing it. And I actually like the back and forth with the two-hand.
I agree.
Of like, we know more information. And yeah. We also are very vicious.
We are very vicious.
We're teaming up and we're not teaming up.
Yeah.
Alright, and now your chemist is now patient 0 and is going to be making the deck.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think to make myself do better here, yeah, we're gonna go after. Can I do that? Yes. Okay. We're doing gastroenteritis
Okay.
and curing it with a vaccine.
Nice.
So boom, out of the gate. Wha-bam.
Alright.
Give myself a nice cure there.
Doctor's turn.
Yes, doctor.
What do we got? We got an aggravating factor. We've got. We're gonna grab the bacterium.
I figured.
Because bacteria has -1 virulence. So this bacterium is only gonna have a virulence of 2. My doctor is over here. And it's going to fight it with this type G immunoglobulin. I love this as a nurse. I know what all of these words are. These are the different immune cells inside your blood that are fighting. Oh, fantastic. Okay, my doctor gets a cure point.
Oh my goodness, your nurse also magically has that same problem.
Wow.
And you can't use any medicines or vaccines, and
Bad medicine conspiracy theorist blocks all medication and vaccines +1 virulence.
so it's now a 4.
Thank you. Wow. You're too generous.
That happens all the time. I've been told that so often that my generosity just knows no bounds.
Okay, this is what we're doing here.
Okay.
We're playing an alarm,
Okay.
and we're playing a veteran. Cures an infection when paired with an alarm or B cell. So,
That's smart.
nurse gets a point.
Nurse gets a point. Look, see, I gave you points.
Wow. All right.
You're welcome.
You're up to your microbiologist.
No, it's the doctor.
The doctor just went? Yes. There's 2 cards here.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. We should have put it over there, my bad. I'm gonna take, let's see here. I think I need to do this. Yeah, maybe. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here you go for your nurse. We're gonna do candidiasis.
Candidiasis?
Yeah.
Yep. Multi-drug resistant candida. It's a fungus. Funguses are so hard to beat.
Here we go. I'm gonna force a player of my choice to help me.
Yeah?
The nurse has to help me.
How do you know the nurse has anything to help you?
I'm just saying the nurse has to help me. I'm forcing the nurse to help me.
Alright. Here you go. 2.
Fantastic. That was really all I needed because I also have a B cell and I can use an alarm and that gives me 5. So perfect. Thank you so much, nurse.
Wow.
I very much appreciate your assistance.
She helps me, so
you actually get nothing for helping. That's part of what the card says.
What? Where is that card?
I don't know. Where did it go?
It's in the hand. It's...
Oh, the Massoblasto. There you go.
Force player
receives nothing for helping.
Alright, and my nurse has an aggravating factor. Blocks immune system striking force, -1 strength to immune, B cells plus a complication. So that's my complication, which will take over here, which means I have 3 infections. Now I have to draw an infection. I really hope I'm not going to draw a complication. Perfect. Ebola. 8!
Oh my gosh, and it would take 2 vaccines or 4 medicines.
No, 2 vaccines take its virulence down to 2. A vaccine would take its virulence down to 2. Or medications take its virulence down to 4.
Wow.
Alright, well we're in luck. What we got here.
Nice.
So striking force and B cells, that's neither of these. We got the vaccine that takes it down to 2, and then we've got the immune system.
Well done.
Just for shits, kicks, and giggles. Bad medicine, affect 2 players of your choice. So first of all, the nurse did not draw, so she gets 2 points for curing it with an aggravating factor. Now that goes away. Playing this bad medicine, I'm infecting your chemist, because I can't infect your microbiologist. Doesn't get infected. And I'm infecting my doctor.
Okay.
So these go away.
And still with the Ebola, right?
Yep. So I'm gonna do my doctor. My doctor has a vaccine. Ooh. I actually can't feed it.
I'm just taking the infection on both of those. No way for me to kill that either.
Do you want a cure point? Can you help me with 1 extra? With 1?
I will assist you with my chemist.
Thank you. Awesome. Alright, and that is round 2. I have not, so the infection cards range from strength 2 to 10. I wonder what 10 is.
I don't know, those are crazy. That 8 was rough.
Wow. Alright, draw treatment cards. Active patient 0 passes along to the doctor. My nurse is very close to passing away. She can't use her own blood bag on herself.
Alright, and then...
1.
She can't use her own blood bag on herself. That's the best part.
3, 4.
It's like she's carrying one around just because she knows she's that close to death.
Yep.
But she just can't get that IV going before she dies.
Yep. Alright, this hand is very, very interesting.
Alright, so now you're going to pull another card. And we're going to see what we're fighting, or what you're fighting against, because your doctor has to go first, right?
Yep, my doctor has to go first with that set of cards. Alright,
what looks good to you, Miss Shearer? What do you think your nurse is going to be able to fight effectively? Because
this is actually not a bad hand.
Is it?
Passing this on to the microbiologist. I'm grabbing this. Necrotizing fasciitis. This is a very, very icky disease in the hospital.
Yes,
you can see the picture of it. It honestly, it's called flesh
eating. Yeah. Yep.
And so it's susceptible to medication. And so the doctor, luckily, has the medication. What bad medicine card are you getting ready to throw out at me?
Your nurse has also got the same problem.
Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Alright. Well, so my doctor cures it. 1. Then, nurse is gonna cure it with bam bam. 2.
Alright.
You're just giving me treatment points.
I'm just helping
honestly,
you.
At this
really,
point.
that in the long run, that's really what it's all about.
Scheme of things.
Is me helping
The nurse
you.
doesn't die.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Just remember.
Alrighty.
All right, so now the microbiologist is going to be working at something here. Interesting. What is the microbiologist going to do? How much do we have?
See, it's not such a bad hand.
All right, gastroenteritis is where we're heading here. And she's got the pills that do the things. She's a natural born killer.
Nice.
And she just takes care of it, just like that, like it was nothing. Didn't even matter.
Oh wait, but we have a shortage of personal protective equipment. You have +1 virulence.
That is A-okay because she's also got alarm, so no big deal.
Fine.
NBD.
NBD?
NBD.
Alright, nurse's turn. What would the nurse like to fight? Fan-freaking-tastic. The nurse is taking this fungus, blastomycosis. And the nurse has an infection.
The nurse gets another infection?
No, the nurse cures it with a medication. It's
Oh,
susceptible
gotcha.
to medicine.
All right.
It was wonderful. I was hoping you left that one.
Lame. All right, Pseudomonas infections.
Pseudomonas infections? Yeah. +2 virulence. Client uses the bad medicine card. Antimicrobial resistance.
I would like to force your doctor to help me.
My doctor?
Yep.
Because my doctor has extra cards?
That is correct, yep.
But I don't get any points.
Nope, sure don't, but you gotta help me.
Here you go.
Thanks. I still need a little bit of help.
My nurse is gonna rush in and save the day!
Hey!
And get another cure point.
What a
We're
great...
up to 9 cure points for this nurse.
What a great
We
nurse.
are pushing towards that
Holy
game.
cow.
It's your fault. You keep forcing... You forced me to get so many infections.
Did you ever think that would ever come out of your mouth?
No.
As a person?
No.
You forced me to get so many infections!
Alright, we're discarding this one and drawing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and so now it is the biologist, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, here's our deck. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Oh my goodness.
Anything fun?
Yes, there's some really good things. So we're gonna start with this virus here of bronchiolitis.
Bronchiolitis.
Yep,
That's
that
a
one.
respiratory. It's RSV. That's
what
what
is-
everyone's coughing up.
What's really funny is that at the very bottom it says players who have already kissed are also infected. Shira and I have never kissed, clearly, so she's not infected. However, I've kissed myself, so therefore I believe that my chemist is also infected.
You can go down that path. Yes. All right.
I mean, every time you close your mouth, you're kissing yourself, right?
You're just trying to get more cure points.
I mean, maybe.
Go for it.
Okay, so first things first, my microbiologist is definitely going to have to do something here and cure this thing. So we've got natural born killer, just gonna take it out.
Nice.
Done. Okay, so she's got that done, taken care of. Now it's gonna be the chemist's turn, and the chemist has chameleon, and we'll also take it out.
Nice.
So there we go. Okay.
Nurse's turn.
Okay.
What'd you leave? Ooh, interesting.
Left you some good stuff.
Yeah, you did. I'm very impressed. We're gonna take. So many things.
There's only 3 though.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Saying.
That's for the chemist. We're taking Hellman.
And it's a bad medicine, so it's a 5.
Perfect. 3 + 2.
Boo.
10
Good job.
points. I
And
win!
the nurse
The
wins.
nurse wins with like
That's
1 infection to
ridiculous.
go.
That is ridiculous.
Not ridiculous,
I
despite
can't-
all of your
Despite my
bad
best
medications.
efforts, the nurse still wins.
I just love to go through, I just want to go through some of these infection cards because they're so freaking cool. Like Hellman's, a Hydatid. There's chickenpox and shingles. There's malaria. There's leishmaniasis. All of these aggravating factors. There's paragonimiasis. It's a Hellman. There's Hemophilus infection, like all of these. Shigellosis, dysentery. Oh, that's dysentery. That causes
Like
a lot
it's so
of
cute. Oh, it's dysentery. Such a cute thing. It's
The images are also adorable.
Yeah.
Okay, virus,
Hepatitis B.
Basic. Infect one player of your choice. Food poisoning.
Coming out of both ends.
Rabies. Rabies is a 10.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
Look at that monster.
Where's the ones that you can't cure? Because there's some in there too with that, right?
Yeah. So arthropods are hard to cure. You have
Very
to have
hard.
a biocide for it.
Yep.
And then prions. Prions are the ones you cannot cure, and there's very few in the deck. But when they come out, they are just an automatic. That's a protozoa. Start looking for prion.
Yeah.
Look at the top.
They were just, there you go.
There we go. Prion. It's just incurable. None of the cards will have that symbol on it. So this is Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. This is a disease that infects someone's brain
Right.
and like deteriorates the brain.
Isn't that like mad cow disease?
Yeah, it's mad cow disease. That's
Yeah.
why they have a mad cow there. +1 complication, no treatment.
This is ridiculous. I love it.
Love these cards. Love the fun that we have with it.
Yep.
Variability is awesome.
And it does, it has enough take that to be fun, and at the same
Yeah.
time, you could always get rid of those cards if you just don't ever want to use them for whatever reason, but where's the fun in that?
That's part of the reason why we like playing like as
Yeah.
this like both we're manning 2 players, so we have that like helping aspect, but we also have the extreme take that element.
Exactly.
Like I was gonna throw this at you for your chemist because I was getting worried.
Man, and as much take that as I threw it, just the one, like literally singled out the nurse on purpose.
Of course
and
you
it
did.
didn't do anything because the back mechanism, the catch up mechanism on that is if the nurse can handle it, the nurse still gets that 1 cure point, which is pretty strong and ended up making the nurse win the game.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you so much for being here. This is The Lab by Flyhouse Game. It's a great card game to bring out with your friends and family for shits and giggles. No pun intended. Anyways, and especially your medical folks. Like, I want to bring this to the hospital and show all my nurse friends because they would get a kick out of these, both the art and the wording and all the variability that these things are actually legit. And the pictures, like, relate to what it is, like scabies, like, okay. I'm going to be done talking, but whatever the case, whatever you do, remember to do the important thing.
Don't get sick.
Don't get
Literally
sick.
don't get
Yes.
sick. It's just gross.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.